The Galaxy Watch 8 is here on our desk. Let's get this thing open and let's set it up. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel, and we have the Galaxy Watch 8 44mm in hand. Still waiting on our Classic to arrive. It has been ordered, so it is on its way. But for now, we've got the Galaxy Watch 8. So if you're just about to get one, you might want to know what it's like to set it up and sort of the design and how it feels, especially maybe compared to the Galaxy Watch Ultra, which is a chongus. So let's get this open. It's one bit, and that's the second bit. Goes out of the way. Okay, we're in. So I can put this off to the side. I'm assuming in here is cables and other sorts of goodies. We can see the watch there on the top. Yep, we have a charging cable in here. Good that at least a wireless charging pad still comes with all the watches. It's something. And there's the watch itself. Like I sort of spoke about in hands-on, this thing is sleek. It is thin and light, and they've sort of adopted that sort of squarish design around the screen like they have for the Ultra. Now, I'm assuming there's a band in here, so I'll take this top part out, and lo and behold, there's the band. So we'll take that out, get rid of all the box stuff because we don't need it, and then we can get into the watch itself. Okay, and gone. All right, so the bands now are a lot easier to attach. Samsung have got a dynamic lug system in here, and you can see the sort of buttons for it, and it's real easy to attach bands. So I literally just have to go, and it's in. And then the other way, same thing, in. So now the watch is all banded up. So now we can pair it up to a smartphone. So let's turn the Galaxy Watch 8 on. There we go. The Samsung logo is appearing. I've always been curious with the smaller watches, the ones that don't have rotating bezels or big defining features, about how they are to sort of wear on your wrist. They basically do all the same things as the bigger ones do. Especially last year, the Watch 7 was pretty close to the Ultra in feature set. It lost out on a couple of things, like it didn't have the big loud siren, and it also didn't have the 3000 nits of brightness. But we have that here now. 3000 nits of brightness is here. Still doesn't have your rotating bezel, but you can use the edge and the bezel to actually rotate, and it does give you some vibration feedback. So I think that's a neat little way of being able to interact with the watch itself. Let's continue. But I like the fact that it's thin, it's light, and it's sleek. Some people might not like this sort of frame around the screen. They think it's either too square or copying sort of Apple. I don't know. I think it just now has a consistent design language that is nice. Okay, none of these countries are where I am from, so I'm just going to select United Kingdom and hit restart. Okay, we're away. So there it is straight away. Connect Galaxy Watch 8. So I'll hit that. The setup process is so easy with Samsung watches now. You literally just have to go. It'll pick it up. All my phones are now buzzing saying there's a Galaxy Watch 8 to connect to. Obviously, I just want to connect it to one phone because it's all I need to use it with. It's going to go and download some software, which shouldn't take too long. And then a couple more prompts. There will be an option to restore it from a previous watch's backup. So if you're coming from a different Samsung watch, I should say, you will be able to restore that. I don't want to do that. I just want to show you sort of the clean, smooth setup process, especially if you're coming to a Galaxy Watch for the first time. You can agree to some prompts, hit continue, need to allow some stuff, and then it's going to get ready to connect, which might take a few minutes as it tells you. You won't have to wait through this, but I will sit here patiently, twiddling my thumbs. Okay, once you get through that, you then sign into your Google account, because obviously this is running, I guess, Wear OS, which Samsung had a huge hand in developing back when it sort of came out. They sort of merged their Tizen and Wear OS platforms and ideas together and came up with this. Got to go through some Google stuff. So it's kind of like setting up a phone. You've got to sign into your Google account. It then syncs your Samsung account across, but then you get into it. And the best part is this is running One UI 8 watch out of the box. So it's got some nifty new features on top of what was already great about One UI 6 watch on the Galaxy Watch Ultra, including Gemini, which is the first time a smartwatch has got Gemini, the first time you'll have Gemini on your wrist. So that's cool. Yep, agree to that. It's all ready. And then you can select some apps to install on the watch. So it's got stuff that's installed on your devices already that can be installed on the watch. So you can see Spotify, WhatsApp, Samsung Internet, and some other things like Smart Things. Definitely recommend. And then it's got recommended for watches, which is watch apps specifically that have been built for this. So you can use them and install them as well, should you wish to. You turn on automatic watch backup. And now this will check for Smart Switch on the watch and it'll look for previous backups of smartwatches that I've owned. As you can see, I've got a Watch 6 Classic in there and a Watch Ultra. I don't want to restore any of those, although literally if you hit restore, it will restore exactly how I've got it set up here with all the widgets and the stacks straight away. But I'm going to set it up as a new watch because I just want it to be a new watch. Last thing is to set your wearing preferences. So if you are a left-hander and you want to wear it on your right wrist, you can set your preferred wrist to be right. And then you could tell it where the button on the screen is as well. And that would be if you have it this way, it will then rotate the orientation should you want to. But I'll wear it on my left hand, so I'll hit next. And then we'll take you through some of the new features. So it's got the vascular load setting where the sensor can sort of stress and measure vascular load. It got better advanced sleep measurement. It's got the new running sort of guidance where it can actually measure your running and give you sort of tips to improve it. Samsung Wallet, which I'll skip for now. Suggested replies. So there's a few things. Hit next. Emergency help. And now it's just going to be finishing up. So you can hit explore and then it will sort of give you a guide over some of the things that you can do with the watch and sort of help to navigate it. All good tips, especially if you're coming to a Galaxy Watch for the first time. This could be a good way for you to get into this and sort of learn the watch. And then that's going to go. That's going to be all set up. I am now going to take off my Watch Ultra and I'm going to put on my Watch 8 44mm. Always have to put these things against your chest. It's way easier that way. There we go. Oh, that is supremely light. I tell you what, that is a light bit of kit on your wrist. Sits nice and flush. That was part of the change to the dynamic lug, is that it can now sit really flush with the skin, which means it's going to get the best contact for your wrist to get the best measurements. It does give you a bit of a tour of your watch. So if it's your first time, again, using a Galaxy Watch, you can hit start and then it'll guide you through. So it'll tell you how to get to the quick panel. It'll tell you how to exit out of the quick panel. Then you go next. It tells you how to find your apps. You swipe up for that. Tiles, which are next. So tiles is where you can swipe left for that. And then that's going to show you the new tiles. Part of One UI 8 is they now can stack tiles together. So you can see this health and energy score stacked on top of each other. Notifications, you swipe to the right. And you can see you tap the notification to open it up. And then you swipe right from the edge to go back to the previous screen. And you do that again. Once the tips is done, because there's still more, press the home button to go back to the watch face, and that's it. And you can cover your watch face like that to sort of turn it off. This has got always on display on by default, which I'm going to turn off straight away. You can see that's turned it off. And then you just raise it to bring it back. Changing the watch face is easy. You just long press and then you can add watch faces in. You can see the featured ones that are in there. Nice and easy. And then you just select the one you like. And then you can also customize it. You can do this from the phone as well, but obviously it's a lot easier to just do it from the watch itself. Although if you want a bigger selection, you can go into the phone to be able to do that. So you can change out sort of the colors, the hands, the indexes, the complications. You can really sort of change and customize a lot about that watch face And then when you're done, that becomes your watch face. So that's a nice, easy way of starting. When you go into the watch app on the phone, you will see that there's a lot in here that you can change as well. So you've got the watch faces, like I mentioned. You've got app screens, so you can actually change the app screens from here. And what you can see, there's a different view style as well. You can change it to a list or a grid. And then you've got the featured apps at the top, which is part of One UI 8, which is based on your usage. So that means that anytime you use an app and use it frequently, it'll put it up here as a featured app for you. You can customize the tiles and you can go through and change them, add in new ones. So it gives you some featured ones, and you can sort of make a stack as well. It's all in here to be able to customize to what you'd like. And you hit save. And the best part is that just then immediately goes as a stack here on the watch itself. There's so much in here that you can change as well. You've got the settings in here that allows you to customize even more things, like the buttons and gestures. You can go in here and turn on things for double pinch, shake, knock, knock. They're all in there as well. You've got some health stuff that you can customize, where you can go in and change your heart rate, your stress. You've got activities and auto detection. All of that can be done from the Galaxy Wearable app with the phone, including all these stuff like advanced features. All of that's in here. So I would say that once you get your Galaxy Watch 8, install it, set it up, and then your first thing is to jump in here and just have an explore, because there's a lot in here that you can customize to make this watch truly your own and use it to your heart's content. Hit subscribe to SamMobile TV if you like tips like this. If you want to see more of the products, make sure you are here for when we get everything and go through all our reviews in the coming weeks. Go check out our website, all of our socials, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.